to the PvP Ironman. Rules are, have to stay PvP flagged at all times, unless I'm queuing for a dungeon, because then I have to be in a PvE mode to get the group. And PvP flagged, and no trading on the trade house, so I have to basically craft and make everything myself. And so where I left off in the last episode was I'd finally made my armor, and I'd finally made my 500 gear score fast staff and ice gauntlet. And so there's a few PvP fights in this one, and also I am trying to get my... I start off because I want to get my bags up. So I'm like, you know, I was holding out to get the layered leather bags, but then I'm like, you know what, I can probably just make do with the rugged leather bags. So I've been running around with my friend collecting mats, and also running around with my duo partner Leos, finishing off that faction quest so that I can get the motes from the faction vendor to be able to make it the Major Rune or something of holding, I think it's called. So I hurriedly make my rugged leather, and then I quickly convert that as quickly as I can into layered leather to get my bags. And it's at this point I realized my mistake. I'm like, oh, it was the greater rune of holding I need for the layered leather, and I was only in the second part of the faction quest, so I got the major rune of holding. But of course I've just converted all my rugged leather to layered leather. So that was sort of me like, oh my god, I just collected all the mats too. But alas, I go out and get some more leather, not a big deal. And then I finally make my 2 rugged leather bags. And it's at this point I realized that I wasn't even running around with one. I had one bag, and it was the worst bag, and I hadn't even made a second bag. So I was running around with like a weight of 300. So yeah, that was pretty... It was definitely a big upgrade. And yeah, and then I was all excited because I was like, oh my god, I've got so much storage now. So then I kind of become addicted and like single focused on like getting the other bags. I'm like, oh, I need more space. Now that I've got it, I want an upgrade. So I run off and I do some of the faction missions. My original plan was to just do like 1 or 2 faction missions, go do some crafting, and then come back and do more. But what happens is I just keep doing the faction missions until I get to that next level where I can get those major rune bags of holding, whatever they're called. It's actually not too bad doing these faction missions in Rest Assured, because you get a whole bunch of goodies anyway. Like, yeah, I was getting like all sorts of good stuff. So then on one of my missions, I am running out, and this guy's running out, and then he comes back. He kept running from me, and then he suddenly turns around to fight me, and at that same time, that's when his healer friend showed up. So it's like, I see. So it's a tough fight, because I'm having to fight the healer and the greatsword. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm trying to kill the healer, because they're actually taking a lot of damage. I get them quite low then, but unfortunately the greatsword guy gets on me, and then I just get stuck in his attacks, and then I press the wrong button to heal, and yeah. It's all over. But then look at them, a little bit overexcited at a 2v1. Just keep grinding those faction quests. I actually ate some food that I had, and took a honing stone that I got earlier on from some of the quests to see if I could go fight those 2 guys, but I couldn't find them. But then I come across this guy who obviously just auto ran into a tree, and then I started attacking him, and he's just in full kind of like escape mode. But I've put a lot of damage into him. He's really low, so I can just finish him off. I have to attack everybody in this Ironman no matter what. I actually get a really cool pair of gloves from that with physical aversion on it, so it's better than what I have. So I finally get enough faction points. So I go to Weaver's Fen and start to do that trial to get me to the level. But I just want to enjoy, like, look at this nice scenery. This is one of those enjoy the scenery moments as the sun goes down over Weaver's Fen. But god, you would have done a good job on the graphics. So I finish off all the little quests to finish off the trial, to go up the faction rank, get my greater runes of holding, And finally, my storage space problems are about to be complete. I don't quite have enough layered leather, so I go out and do another little correction run. Get my course, get enough leather, and then I create the layered leather. The problem is, I can still only make one more bag because I'm short on layered leather, and I need to go out and get some more thick hides. So I make that one bag, and then I head off. So I come to this really cool place on Restless Shores, and I'm collecting thick hide. This is such an epic place to come to, because it just has a little bit of everything. I can make potions with the herbs here. You've got silk threads. You've got like thick hide. So it's just like an all-giving kind of place. And so whilst I'm collecting, I'm just there minding my business, and then all of a sudden this level 60 mage comes along and just starts blasting at me. So he misses his fire charge, so then I do mine, my burnout, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh god, I'm so screwed, he's level 60, but then I realize, like, all he's going to do is flamethrower, so I'm just trying to keep my distance, so he can't get his flamethrower on me, and then just get enough big attacks on him, like my fireball, a lot of my ice spike, etc. So just trying to do the big burst on him like I do there, land another fireball, and then he's low, and then just trying to wear him down. So it's pretty close at this point. He's definitely, I mean, he's a level 60. He's going to be hitting a lot harder than me. And he's like run himself out of stems, so I actually run myself. I have to drink a potion to get my brother back, I think. At this point, my health's much higher than his, so I'm just like, if you want to have a flamethrower war, buddy, you got it. I thought that might be enough, but it isn't. He comes back thinking, you know what, I just made a mistake in that last one. So he comes back to try to fight me again. And so yeah, round basically 2 starts. So I know that he's going to be trying to fire his flamethrower, but I also know that he runs himself out of stam a lot. So I'm kind of watching for that, although I have to. And then I'm trying to land my big attacks on him when he runs himself out of stam. Just trying to keep myself at a distance. He's obviously chunking me way harder than what I hit him, so I'm making sure that I'm just drinking my potions, eating my food, get that health ticking, and I'm just trying to wait for an opportunity where I can burst him down a little bit and then kind of apply some of that pressure. So at the moment, he's definitely doing better. You know, he's doing a lot more damage to me, he's putting it into me, so I'm in trouble here. So I'm just trying to kind of kite him out to try to get my health potion back. I missed it. He's out of stam there, so I couldn't go for my ice spike, but I think I missed it. I do the burnout right into him because he's got nowhere he can run. I get the fireball on him. I'm actually outside his range, so I can get the flamethrower on him, but he had a little bit more trouble getting on me. Still, he's got more health than me, so I'm just kind of trying to kite him out. Drinking my mana potions, keeping my food going, and just trying to drop as many damage on him just to try to get his health bar down. So it's a pretty good fight at the moment. He's just drank his potion, but he really is running himself out of stam quite a lot. I just did a sort of emergency ice spike there, which was kind of dumb. I should have waited. I managed to get a fireball on him there, but I'm running low on mana and also very low on health, so he's almost got me here. So I managed to drink a potion, so I'm just kiting him out, eating my food, trying to get my health back up. He runs into my ice storm, and then I managed to hit him on my ice spike while he's in the ice storm. Then I use the burnout to get on him, and then I get a fireball on him. Once again, I'm willing to do the fiery exchange with him because I had more health than he does, so even though I went down to a half, he's quite low. He tries to do the better at me. I tried to catch him with an ice spike because he burned out through me, but now I think I might have hit him because his health's really low, and then I managed to finish him off with a fireball. So second time, he's down. It's pretty obvious he was going to come back, and so I have my honing stone and my food to get my attributes up. And sure enough, like clockwork, here he is, back again. Excuse the Discord noise, this is the most worst time. That's my duo partner ringing me in Discord, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is like the worst timing. So I'll just turn the volume down a little bit. Because I've got higher stats now, I was trying to be a little bit more aggressive. I've kind of been stupid though, because you can see myself running out of stam. But I just wanted to test out like how easy I could kill him if I got in his face. But you can see I'm getting myself into quite a lot of trouble by just charging into him like that. And so that was kind of dumb. But I'm managing to get my attacks off on him. I got a fallout ball on him just before. I'm really being aggressive here with the flamethrower, like considering how low we're health and considering he's a level 60. I'm trying to get him in an ice spike there. I put him in ice storm and I team him up and he's just standing in it taking some damage. Oh, it's so close here. And I charged through him and then I managed to get him with the fireball and finish him off. He finally manages to kill me. And you'd think after all those fights he'd be a little bit of respect, but he shows absolutely none. Look at this. Another overexcited teabagger. So I was like, alright buddy, you want to be like that? Then I'm not going to be nice to you. I mean, I was happy for you just to run around and do your own thing and me do my own thing. Plus my duo partner showed up now, so if you couldn't beat me solo, you're sure as hell not going to beat me with a blimmin' bow on my side as well. So I'm like angry at this point, so every time we see him we kill him. So then we queue up for the dungeon. It's the level 35 one. I can't remember its name. Oh, there it is, the starstone barrows. And we have a legend of a tank this time, and a good healer and a good group. So, yeah, we make our way through it have quite a good time. This will never get old. Oh man, what a noob. And then I see everyone trying to open the wrong door and I'm like, finally, it's my chance to shine. Open the door. I look like the cool guy for once, the cool kid. And I am just loving the 80s sci-fi music. Like, listen to this. Oh, that gives me, like, goosebumps. Plus, does anyone else get, like, total Stranger Things vibes? Oh, I could listen to that all day, though, seriously. Also, very cool. Honestly, I know that people at PvE have probably done this dungeon 100 of times and it just seems so boring, but you do have to appreciate like how cool the graphics and the dungeons and the music are in these dungeons that they've made. And like, look at this legendary tank on with it. Look how quickly they're bringing this guy down. Like, it's so much faster than the last time I did it. So anyway, needless to say, we finished this with not a lot of problems. Look, Unwithered is just so damn powerful. All these skeletons are like, fuck you, you killed our dad! And he's AFK, and he's just like, you can't even touch this. And they can't. Anyway, after all those shenanigans, I finally make it back to Everfull and make my last bag. So now all my storage problems are complete. And then the next thing I want to work on is getting my star metal tools. So in order to do that, I need to get my engineering up to 100, and in order to do that, I need to make a whole bunch of bows. So, but before we do that, me and Leos run through and do a little chest run to keep the obsidian sandpaper and all that kind of stuff stocked up. he's actually found this little cool place in Brightwood, so this has become our new little chest run for this level. So I do a quick little dirty mining run, and I must say, since they've deleted the bot, I mean, I don't know that they've deleted the bots, but I'm assuming they have, because I'm finding everything. Like, I did this mining run, and I think I pretty much got every single piece of iron on the whole run. I got so well stocked up, and I even got the star medals, so I was pretty happy about that. Then I chopped down an extraordinarily number of trees to get the wood to get the bows. Then I realized that I needed obsidian sandpaper, so I came on my usual little run to get even more. Because although I had lots of wood, I did not have the sandpaper to be able to get that wood ready to make the bows. Then I traded with Leos, and I got, I gave him aged tannin, and he gave me the equal number of obsidian sandpaper. Remember, we're allowed to trade with each other because we are both on, we're both doing an Ironman, so the rule was we're allowed to trade with each other, just no one else. It was actually obsidian flux that I needed, not sandpaper, because I realized that actually I was better off making blunderbusses than making the bows, because they, I don't know, I had a lot of steel and it just helped me get my level weaponing, God, my engineering up quicker by making blunderbusses, so that's what I did. So then I finally got to make my star metal tools. I made my star metal sickle, my star metal crafting knife, the mining pick. I think that wraps up. I've made my bags, I've got my star metal tools, and then I've got my armoring to 100 with 100 gear, and then I got my fast staff and my ice gauntlet. So now I can finally start leveling up the main story quest and then doing the next dungeon. That would be the next plan. Look at this high velocity star metal tree chopping. Fast as a rabbit. I even make myself some musical instruments. And with that said, I'd like to introduce you to the musical genius of Camo and Leos. Help me come up with a name, put it in the comments. And as we finish up this series today, friends, thank you very much for coming along for a little sing-along. And tomorrow, or the next few days, I want to focus on getting that main storyline up, and doing that dungeon, and hopefully getting some PvP done along the way. So, thank you very much. I'll see you soon.